Back up a little. Hey, we got a Gravy L crank. This is how I align my flywheels. You don't have to balance them, you gotta align them. See this crack here? This daylight? There, you see that daylight right there? See how that's touching here and not touching there? This ain't nothing but a piece of eye angle. H-iron from the steel yard. So you see that line there? See that daylight? There we go. And I also got a square. So I put the square up here, and you can see daylight here underneath the other side. Yep, see that? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna line the flywheels. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to determine which one's higher and lower by that gap. I take a hammer, and you kind of figure out where you gotta smack it. See, that got worse. See that gap? See that gap right there? So I'm gonna try to figure out where I need to tap these flywheels. See, I can see a gap underneath there. It takes a while to get the hang of it. Where to hit it. See, now look, both of them are off. I can see a gap on both of them. See that gap there on the left, a gap on the left. Now they're both way off. So I gotta kind of figure out where to smack which flywheel to get it into place. Sometimes it takes a while. There, this one fell into place. There's no gap, but still a little gap here. So what we're doing is just aligning. Whoa, look at there. See, there's no gap on either of them now. But I'm going to rotate this around. See, I don't see no daylight underneath. Look, see that little daylight there? See that? See that little daylight right here? Mm-hmm. And this one has none, but see that? So that's not lined up. Let's see if that took it out of there. Yep, just a little bit more. I think that made it a little worse. Let me hit the other one a little bit. When you think you got them lined up on the bottom, and I take my square on the top, and I rotate it. See, I can see a daylight right up here underneath this flywheel here. So that means this flywheel's higher than the other ones. I'm gonna give it a smack. There, it fell into place a little better. I'm looking up here. Nope, still. There, that looks great. So when I hit this, I try to hit it flat. I don't hit it on the edge. I don't want to bruise that flywheel. I don't want to throw nothing off that way. So this is what you do. You just keep tapping it until you get a feel for it. Eventually you get good at this once you learn how the flywheels move as you hit them. See? Let's see here. When this falls into place, you'll know it. You'll be like, whoa. Look at there. Look at that. All right, I feel like they're pretty much in line. So I'm always checking down here, make sure there's no daylight. And I'm always checking up here. There. And also, see that 3 1/4 mark there? You got to measure it this way too. So you got to measure that flywheel on both measurements. But when it falls into place, you'll know it. You can also take a spotlight, a flashlight, I put behind the flywheels. I shine that light right up behind the flywheels, and you line up your, see, I don't see no daylight. Look up here, honey. I don't see no light underneath them flywheels. So I'll rotate it. Oh, look, see, I can see a little daylight there. That flashlight deal, it gives you a lot better deal because you can see that light coming up through the flywheels. This is how I align my flywheels. Like I said, it takes a while to get the hang of it. See, I knocked it out that time. This is how you do it. Always make sure you measure your flywheels. See the H-iron? Back up, like.